Hey, good morning, everyone. Kathy Tarochione and Clean from talk to you about a wonderful hero flight that we had a while ago with Dr. Lauren Chavez and Cody Anderson. And they're going to explain to us about what they actually did with this hero flight. We have a dog named Hero that was scheduled to be euthanized, and he was in a shelter in Roswell. The day he was scheduled to be euthanized, he was pulled by our founder, Kelly Barker. He was pulled, and Kelly had to figure out, oh my goodness, what are we going to do? Because this was not necessarily a Barkhouse dog, but it was that needed transportation to go to a foster facility. So for Dr. Chavez, she was absolutely wonderful in being able to coordinate with Kelly at Sam's Academy, which is where Nathan is from, Sam's Academy, and they were able to schedule a flight of Dr. Lauren's students, and the student is Cody Anderson. So I know that probably sounds a little mishmashy, but we're going to show a video, so we're going to give you a little bit of a heads up about what this is all about. Okay, so let's show this video. I'm going to do this right now. There we go.
A lot of us would say to fly. Hawk of Vanguard shows us what kind is good. A young man with wings is doing his superpower.
Well, we had thought we were going to have a flight so we could get them out, and we couldn't. So for 30 days, we were trying to find people that would help.
Clear for takeoff, runway 17, heading of 270 for traffic 10 miles west.
This is the story of a pilot, a dog.
Nothing you can ever before. Something so unique.
Meet Cody Anderson.
Fly and be in control over that yourself.
He's a young, only 17, learning at Sam's Academy, but his perspective is well beyond his years. Anyone that knows Cody, he's a selfless kind of guy, willing to do anything if it means helping others. Then there's Hero, a 2-year-old orphan pitbull who was just hours away from being put down. Time after time, his rescue fell through.
We had everything all scheduled. Well, they ended up having a problem with their engine, and their plane went down for 4 months.
And Kathy, well, she helps run Barkworks. They're a nonprofit that pairs animals in shelters with a new home, sometimes hundreds or even thousands of miles away. But Hero was priority number one.
He was scheduled to be euthanized, and the day Kelly tagged him. And then it was the idea of trying someone that would step in and help get this dog transported.
Cody and his flight instructor, Lauren, heard about the mission and immediately started planning. The pair flew from Albuquerque to Roswell and then Santa Fe, Hero's new home.
It was just so nice to be able to see him live another day, especially on the day right before Thanksgiving, be able to save another life and bring happiness to another family.
Cody says he'll always remember that life-saving flight and how it felt to look back and see his first passenger so silently thankful to see another day. I'm Hawker Vanguard, KOB4.
Isn't that beautiful? Whoops. That was fabulous, just fabulous. Okay,
that really is awesome.
Maybe we want to introduce Dr. Lauren Chavez. And whoops. Sorry. Okay. So, Dr. Chavez, tell us about what is the experience that you had rescuing a homeless dog that was scheduled to be euthanized?
Oh, it was fabulous. I've always wanted to do something like that. And I got an email out of the blue, even just from an organization I'm not even a part of. And it just said, hey, can anyone help? This lady needs to get 40 dogs out before they're euthanized. And, I had no idea, what dogs or where. And so I just emailed, hey, maybe I can help because we have a small single engine aircraft. And Kelly called me immediately and started discussing different options. And she mentioned Hero, and Cody here just got his pilot certificate and is working for his instrument and commercial. And I thought, man, this would be a fabulous flight for Cody. And seeing how the two organizations may be able to work together for a mutually beneficial experience for our kids and our pets could really just be a match made in heaven.
I agree with that fully, and I appreciate you saying that because, well, number one, I'm super glad that you guys heard our plea and that you had a heart to listen. And I know it's totally something outside of the usual realm. A lot of people have never heard of transporting animals via air flight, and so I'm super thankful that you guys helped us and came to the rescue, and were able to pick up Hero, especially understanding that Hero is a very common story. He was in his last hours before he was set to be euthanized, and for no other reason than lack of space. Our crowded shelters and overrun rescue system and all that. We're struggling with that, and it's really sad to see that would have been his fate, especially looking on the videos that I've seen and the coverage from KOB there in Albuquerque. The dog obviously was super sweet and had a good temperament and all that. So I'm really, really thankful that you guys, kind of came into our network and we're willing to help. So tell me a little bit, this can go to either Nathan, Lauren, Cody, anybody that wants to jump in here. Tell me about Sam's Academy and, what you guys do there, the kind of aircraft that you guys are flying and that kind of thing. Give me a little backstory about Sam's Academy.
Sure. So I'll take that one. Sam's Academy is a free public charter school at Double Eagle Airport, located on Albuquerque's west side, 7th through 12th grade. So students don't pay a dime to come here. It's not competitively based or anything. They sign up for the school and they're in the school. We have a unique option in aeronautics, and it's kind of our focus. It's what makes us a little bit different than other charter schools. And we have a lot of programs within aviation. We have a joint program with C&M working on A&P stuff, or airframe power plant. We have a drone program, and now we have this. We have a full-size flight training program too. So we're transitioning now into teaching the kids recreational pilot, and then we'll be continuing on with private pilot for those of them that want to do that. But we operate a 1978 Cessna 172N model. A few upgrades in it, so it's a nice airplane. But we do all of our primary flight training out of that airplane. We're looking at maybe adding a second to the fleet soon, and we're just grateful to be a part of this. Honestly, it's a tremendous training opportunity for our kids, and you can't deny the obvious positive benefits for the pets and everything else too. So we're just really grateful to be a part of it anyway.
Boy, that's right up Koko's alley. Koko absolutely loves the idea of having a program for kids, because we often talk about that kids really need to know about how to treat animals, and this is just like a perfect fit, which brings us to Cody. Cody, tell us how you became a student pilot and then why this was so important to you.
Well, last year I went to the fly-in that happened at Double Eagle, and I was looking to become a helicopter pilot at the time, but I saw Sam's at the fly-in, and they said I could get my private pilot's license at the school. So I immediately jumped on the opportunity, started my ground training, and I got my private pilot's license. And then we were able to do this flight, which is just an amazing experience because I need the flight training anyway, but why not just put it towards something great and save another dog's life?
Right. And as a matter of fact, Koko and I were talking about it this morning, that it just seems like a natural fit because you're flying anyway. So why not combine flying along with a purpose? And the purpose, nothing better than being able to save a life. Wow. That gives you goosebumps. I see Lauren with a smile. What do you think of that, Lauren?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a no-brainer. I mean, it was just this perfect fit of we're going anyway, and we have to choose where to go. So why not save a life? Why not put a precious pup in the back seat and fly him to his new forever home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your intake on what was Hero's experience?
Oh, he was, bless his heart, he was as sweet could be. He was scared to death, of course, to get into the aircraft because it was nothing like he had ever experienced, and he didn't know me and he didn't know Cody. And so we just tried to give him enough puppy treats and love so that he knew he was in safe hands. And his handler picked him up and put him in the airplane, and Cody and I just kept loving on him all along, and he just kept giving us puppy kisses as well. And he was just a sweet, sweet boy, and it couldn't have been a happier experience, I think, for all of us.
Exactly. Well, Koko wanted to talk about that because he is a pit bull. Hero is a pit bull, and there's so many misconceptions of pit bulls. What did you want to say about that, Koko?
Well, and there's that idea that pit bulls are naturally vicious or are, just bad dogs. There's legislation in different cities and things where people aren't even allowed to own a pit bull just due to that misconception. And really what it is, any dog can be a good dog. It's about putting the time, effort, and training into them for them to, to become what they can. And I think that Hero's story is remarkable because, it wasn't just any dog that was rescued. I do love the fact that he's a pit bull, and too many pit bulls in our region are faced with exactly what he was faced with. He was coming up to his, final hours, and, something needed to be done. And obviously he's got that sweet demeanor. I could see in the videos that, you say that he was a little nervous, like going in and stuff like that, but you guys showed him the proper love and care for him to be somewhere completely foreign, like you talked about. And yet then he began to relax. He was loving on you guys. It looked like there was some puppy kisses exchanged in the airplane where he was nosing up to you guys and stuff. So that's exactly it. What that was, that's like a real perfect example of what can happen with these dogs, even in a foreign environment, when they have that that fear response. But just a little bit of love, just a little bit of extra attention, they'll even get into an airplane and take off and be in just a completely foreign place, but can still adapt. And that's what it takes. So for me, I love the story for a multitude of different reasons, the life-saving aspect and all that. But the dogs are adaptable. They just have to be shown that tender, loving care, and they can adapt to any environment. And so, and then what Kathy was touching on a little earlier, I definitely want to speak to. I love that you guys are interested in passing this experience on to your next generation of pilots, letting them do something worthwhile and something good and something giving as a part of their flight experience. I think that's huge because for me, we do a lot of educating the youth and kids and stuff about how to be a responsible pet owner. But I love the idea of giving to these new pilots, the idea of being a giving person and how big having a pilot's license can be, and they get to experience it firsthand. That is all huge to me. Kathy, I don't know if you want to speak a little more to that, but I love that idea, and I hope Cody got something out of this experience that can be shared with future students as well.
Well, I think that what I would like to add to that is it's important for us to realize that in the case of helping a dog, they don't have a voice. So we become their voice. And when we do that, we take on the responsibility of being able to provide care for them. When we at Barkhouse, we meet somebody that really is a dog lover, we gravitate to that, and we love it because we know that if you, Lauren, you and you, Cody, you made a huge contribution to the well-being of this dog, and we applaud you for that. We thank you very much. And knowing that you're willing to do this again over and over and over again is even more compelling to us. We love it. We love it because it's hard to find people that will take action. There's a lot of people that will talk about it. You see it on Facebook. We'll get the dog. He needs this. He needs that. They're good at giving advice, but they're not good at taking action. So we love that you took action. And if any of you know how Kelly is, who is our founder, Kelly Barker, Kelly is a take action person. She's a no nonsense, take action. Let's get it done. This is what we need to do. And she will go that extra mile. She will stay up all night long. She'll do whatever she needs to do. And she's no young spring chicken either, like me. So we definitely appreciate that you are helping us in the vision that we have and the mission that we have. So kudos to you.
Well, we were only able to do what we did because Nathan Hardin, as the aeronautics director of the high school, or of the school, saw this amazing opportunity and made sure that we were able to do it and that we had the school's full support. And so I applaud him for making sure that this great opportunity didn't get wasted.
Okay, so speaking of that now, Nathan, what is your viewpoint on dogs? Apparently you like the idea of being able to save them and what we call rescue by relocation.
Absolutely. So first of all, thank you, Dr. Chavez. She's way too kind. She's awesome in every way as a flight instructor and as a chief flight instructor for the school. She's great. I love dogs. I've had dogs my entire life. I've had a lot of really, really good dogs, Navy service dogs. That retired and lived out their days with me and my wife and kids. We love dogs, and it's also just an amazing opportunity for us. Like Koko said, it's a perfect fit between the two programs because not only are it's not just that we are doing these flights anyway, that we could take an animal because we're doing these flights. It adds a whole nother dimension to the flight training aspect to be able to introduce these kids to making responsible decisions in the air and prior to a flight. When there's something on the line, this is important and it matters, but we still have to think about flight safety and think critically about how to do this in the safest way possible. So to be able to bring a real world example to the kids in flight training is just huge for us. So it's a great fit between our program and yours. We're really grateful for the opportunity.
And we are certainly so grateful for you guys. I mean, I cannot say enough good things for, that you recognize what a good fit it is. You guys have the heart to take this upon yourselves and make this a part of, your training. And I just think that's huge. You guys are a phenomenal organization, and we are so thankful that you guys answered the call. That's the best way I can say it is you guys saw that there was a need, what we were asking for. And most people, might dismiss it like, oh, it's, people think it's just a dog, this happens all the time. And people have gotten so comfortable with, the status quo. But, you guys have that mind to do something good and create change and, are right there, with this idea. I'm so blown away that you guys, with all the things you've got going on, you got your school that you have to attend to, the trainings, the everything that you guys have to do every day. And yet you get an email out of 1,000 emails you guys probably get daily and said, this is important. You recognize that, and you guys have good giving hearts. And so Nathan, Lauren, Cody, from us at Barkhouse, from, dog lovers everywhere, from I'm sure people that are watching that have a mind for the same thing. We are extremely grateful for people that are willing to come into the fold and really, really do the work to help us make change. So all credit to you guys and Sam's Academy. That is phenomenal. Cody, I'm gonna come back to you and poke you a bit here, but have you guys, has any of the other students talked to you about, your experience since you kind of got to be the first one to feel it out? What is the response to people that Are they excited about, the press coverage and, those kinds of things and talking to you about your experience with Hero? What's that been like since that happened?
Well, even yesterday before the news broadcasted it, I told friends and family about it, and they were able to stream it or watch it live. And they just showed how proud they were about me flying, pursuing my flying career, and being able to help another dog. And other students at Sam's Academy I told them about it, and they were really excited about it and watched the news as well. And one of them is looking to be a pilot as well, and hopefully she'll be able to participate in this program as well.
That's awesome, man. And I gotta say, I don't want to embarrass you and put you on the spot, but what an impressive young man you are. I love that you have also seen that, and the other students are beginning to see, how important it is. It's not just a novelty of having a pilot's license, and that's cool. But it's, you can actually do these great, important things. You're advancing your career, and you're also giving back to a community that, like Kathy says, voiceless animals. But you guys have gone so far to give them more than a voice. Now you've given them an avenue to where they can now have a fulfilling life, a happy life. You took them from a very desperate situation. It's sad to think that Hero wouldn't be with us any longer if not for your efforts and intervention. So what you guys are doing is extremely important. And Cody, you should be very proud of what you've accomplished there. And I'm very impressed with you, and you seem like a really awesome young man. So I look forward to meeting you in person one day and hopefully seeing your career, become a monumental success. You've obviously got talent and the ability to fly, but also a big heart. So kudos to all of you guys. It's really awesome to see.
Okay, so now let me ask you this. Now you were on the flight. You're now landing. You're going into Santa Fe. You're going to meet with Mare Israel from Petables. And what was the experience that you had knowing that now you're going to be transferring Hero to it's not his forever home yet, but Mare Israel, she's got, like we said, Petables, and she is really responsible for taking in. I think she was the one that originally contacted Kelly and said, we need to do something about getting this dog out. And she said, I'll take him. So tell us about what your experience with that was when you knew that you were going to be transferring Hero off. Okay, either Cody or Dr. I call you Dr. Lauren, okay?
You can call me anything you want. As long as it's not. Do you want me to speak on that, Cody, or would you like to?
Sure, you can speak. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah. Honestly, it was bittersweet because I didn't want to let the dog go. Cody and I had loved this dog, but it was so nice. Hero was so loving. Hero was loving on the airport crew, and as soon as he was met in Santa Fe, jumped on her and loved on her. And I think Hero was probably ready to get to his soon forever home. And so it was kind of sad flying back to Double Eagle all by our lonesomes without the dog, and we were ready for our next trip.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So now I understand that we're going to be showing a video that was put together by Barkhouse about I think, what was the name of the people that had adopted them? I think the Gutierrez family. Is that who it was?
That sounds right. I believe it was the Gutierrez family that went ahead and now took him from Petables. Now the whole story has come full circle. And before I spoil anything, I think we could queue up that video.
Yeah,
and
okay, I'm going to do that. I have it on my end over here. Right. Okay, I'm going to put it. Hang on here, everyone.
It's worth the wait. I guarantee you that.
Okay, here we go. Hang on. There we go. Okay. Okay. Oops, sorry. That was it. And we absolutely love what has happened. Hang on here a second. Whoa. Whoa. So now, with the end of the show, Doctor, if you can tell us, what are your future plans to work with Barkhouse?
We want to stay closely connected and work. I mean, we're already developing our next flight now. I've been texting Kelly and another pilot and Mr. Hardin, Nathan Hardin, all morning long with a new flight that we're already planning to go from Las Cruces to Albuquerque and then Albuquerque to Denver. We want to utilize our joint mission and continue doing this as often as we possibly can.
Oh, wow. It would be so awesome. Koko, I know that you're excited about that too, because it's like an answer to our prayer, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Koko?
Yeah. Like I feel so fortunate, in our partnerships that we've already been able to, create up to this point. And, Sam's Academy is, I just cannot say enough, big thank yous to you guys. I mean, like I said, seeing our need, hearing, what's going on and saying we can do something about that. We've got what it takes and we've got what is needed in order to get this done. So this is a partnership that I am super excited about, that I know everybody in our Barkhouse network is just like, they're kind of standing and applauding, saying, this is so awesome. These people are willing to help us and do this for us. It's really great. And so again, I can't say enough thanks to, Cody, Nathan, Lauren. You guys are, it's a big deal. I mean, seeing that difference, you guys facilitated that to be able to make that happen. Without your intervention specifically, being able to actually, transport from Roswell to Santa Fe, we don't have this good happy ending for Hero. Unfortunately, it could have been something. I mean, we know how it ends, and so
Yeah.
it really is due to your good work. And you guys saw, I think from that video, of him lying down on that comfy bed. I mean, that's the best he's had it his whole life, and he's going to have that for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
That is, all kudos to you guys. And so thank you so much. I am super excited about this partnership. I can't wait to do more work with, the three of you. And, like I said, one day, hopefully be able to meet you in person and, hugs all around, because you guys are doing incredible work. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah.
We're excited about it too. And we again,
Right
we
back
thank
at
you
you.
for the opportunity.
Okay. Well, any last words from anyone about what you feel, what your feelings are for the experience, the future? And by the way, Nathan, thank you for agreeing to do this program. I think it's going to be wonderful at your place, and hope you get a lot of business because of it.
Absolutely. Again, thank you guys for the opportunity.
And we'll help you with the marketing on that too.
We'll take you up on it.
Okay. All right. Anyone else want to say anything? Okay.
Thank you for everything you guys do each and every day. We applaud you, and we're honored to be a part of Barkhouse.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Well, then we'll call this a wrap, and we will see you next week, folks. Okay, Melissa, take it away.